Greetings, gods and goddesses of the divine. Diamond light, it's time to shine. Gods and goddesses of the divine. Diamond light, it's time to shine. Beloved elite love lords of the divine. Diamond light, it's time to shine. Connect with the heavens and I'm sure you'll find heaven on earth is meant to combine. See, Christ consciousness shift with a video about love today. I'm going to share my views and my opinions about love connections and some aspects about them I feel could help people understand love a lot more. So, what can I say? Basically, look at love for this analogy as a plant. What does a plant need to grow? It needs sunlight and it needs water. The sun represents masculine energy and the water represents feminine energy. Both of those two energies need to work together in order for the plant to grow and be consistent. Any imbalances can cause the plant to dwindle and die. If it's not getting enough sun, masculine energy, it can die. If it's not getting enough feminine energy, the water energy can dry out and die. So a key point is to make sure you're consistent with both of the energies. If you notice in a relationship that one side might be lacking, then try and address it so you can make sure the plant, which is the love connection, to get the optimum amount of energy to sustain its growth. So that's one key point. And what can cause either the masculine or feminine energy to lack? I would say distractions and priorities. Some people may buy the plant. Let's not use buy, but do what is required to have the plant there. But once the plant is there, they feel like all the work is done. Especially when it comes to things like marriage and stuff. A lot of people have been programmed to believe that once you marry somebody, that's the love certified in your life. But that is not the truth. What certifies love in your life is the consistent effort to have both of the energies working together to help the plant grow. And the illusion of marriage, not saying that marriage is not real, but it's like when people do it, they believe that's the most important thing to do. Say your vows and promise to love forever, and that's it. Everything's sorted. We're gonna live in happily ever after. It's not the case. It's not the case. The truth is, you need to be consistent. Marriage or no marriage, love, the plant, needs consistent from both of the energies, the masculine and the feminine. There can be distractions when it comes to priorities, family, friends, and money. These are other important aspects of people's lives that can cause them to not be sufficient when it comes to putting into a relationship. And sometimes friends and family can have their own issues with your partner and may want to cause um, divide and separation because of their own feelings. And sometimes you may not even know that your own friend or your own family member or someone in the workplace or wherever may have their issues with your love life and try and cause you to be distracted or cause arguments and issues to develop. It's good to be mindful of those things. Um, but yeah, that's the main point. Consistency and be mindful of the people you're around, because I've noticed through my experiences, breakdowns come from external influences. Like if it was just me and the partner working together, we would be able to maintain a healthy plan for a very long time. But because of the external influences, things break down, and people are not even able to be aware of these issues and distractions coming from external influences. So I say, marriage or no marriage, if you're in a connection, a love connection, and you want it to last, usually when you have a love connection, it's really good and it's very fulfilling for the soul. So the best thing to do to keep that goodness in your life is to make sure you do what is need to be done to maintain it. Okay? And another point I would like to say is a lot of people are not understanding the importance of astrology. Astrology is very important when it comes to your life, and also when it comes to love relationships, because not every love connection is forever. That's another thing that people fail to understand. Sometimes you can have a love connection for a couple months and it doesn't even, there is no family or anything built in that situation that a love connection existed in. Like a love connection drawed you two together, sparks turn into a fire, and then things died out. But it doesn't mean that it was false or fake. It just means that that was the experience that your soul needed. Sometimes your soul needs a love connection experience that isn't forever, but it helps you to grow in that awareness. Certain things that you learned from that person changed you in a way that you needed that change, but it wasn't for you to expect that love connection to be a long-term life partner. Astrology will help you to discern who is more likely to be long lasting in your life, because of their energies and your energies, how well they harmonize, indicate how likely you and this person are going to be able to stand the test of time. Okay? Key point, obviously I'm referring to 13 signs sidereal astrology. Forget the Western stuff when it comes to partnerships. The Western is for the cycles of the year: winter, spring, summer, and autumn, in order to regulate work and planting and stuff like that for harvest. So you know how to regulate food and stuff like that. That was one of the basic things for helping people to understand the farming aspects. But it's not for natal charts. Western astrology is not for natal charts to know your life path and your energies and stuff like that. Okay? So every sign except for Aries the best partner is the same sign or the complete opposite sign. So starting off with Aries, opposite from Aries is Libra. Aries is the only sign that cannot be with another Aries. Aries are very self-focused, and two self-focused people will always bump heads. So Aries is the only sign that is not ideal for two Aries to be together. Aries needs a Libra. This is best case scenario. This is when you kind of know you have potential for a long-term connection. Taurus, opposite from Taurus is Scorpio and Ophiuchus. So either Taurus and Taurus, or Taurus and Scorpio, or Taurus and Ophiuchus. Gemini is Sagittarius. Either two Sagittariuses are Gemini and Sagittarius. Cancer, opposite from Cancer is Capricorn. Leo, opposite from Leo is Aquarius. Virgo, opposite from Virgo is Pisces. And yeah, the Libra, we already know. Two Libras can go together, but not two Aries. But Libra and Aries. So that's my breakdown. Obviously, you've got sun signs, moon signs, and rising signs, and houses if you want to get deeper to understand those type of dynamics. But on the surface level, sun signs, it's best to have the opposite or the same sign, except for Aries. These will help you determine what is the likelihood of a love connection to last or not. A lot of people go into love connections completely blind of these things, these important factors about your soul energies, and just expect things to happen because of vows and marriage and all of this material stuff. There's a very spiritual, there's significant spiritual factors that people are not taking into consideration. And an important thing is, not all love connections are meant to last forever. Some are just there to help you grow, and it may only be a couple years. There may not be no children and all of that stuff, but the love was real, and that love connection changed you and helped you grow and added soul growth. That's my message. So all the best to all of you lot that are already in a love connection. I hope what I shared with you helps enhance what you got going on. And for those that are looking for love, I hope that you've learned something that helps you to be more aware of what direction to go when it comes to love, and not to feel so beat down if some connection didn't work out how you expected. Feel me? Peace, love, oneness, amen. So be it.